Holy shit, we are live without the intros there. Hang on.
No worries. Hey,
A one, a
we're getting the
two,
rust off.
a
The rusty
one, two,
trombone.
three, four.
Donna, it's James. It's 11 o'clock at night, and I'd like to go to sleep. And the drums and the singing are going like crazy. This is the Vocal Super Fry.
Fuck it up! This will be the best! This will be the cut! This will be the keep yourself! This will be the balance up! Take the time! Take the pride! Give it to me! Got the apple! This will be the uniform! This is where it's gone to!
About time you learn to turn down the doggone noise and shut up that idiot.
At that, isn't that? Look at those beautiful.
No! They're all gonna laugh at you!
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Let's get this show on the road, buddy. What do you say?
Kids would
What do you
say,
say?
"Wow."
Let's get the show going, huh? Cooking on the right temperature.
The kids would say, "Three jerks are lit."
We are lit. We
Hey.
are lit because we are live from Cujo Key, Florida. Skipjack
Yes, we are.
Studios brings you the podcast, Capital of the Universe. Three Jerks trying to make it work. Sponsored by Tardo Cereal. Bathtub Jenny.
Bathtub Jenny.
50 Skipjack Esquire. Fuck you. You want to work? You don't want to work. No
Nobody
fun.
wants to work.
Nobody wants to work. Burritos and cheese. Spicoli 24. Tasty waves, a cool buzz, and we'll be fine. Depends. Fitted briefs. Your bladder doesn't care. Those are our sponsors this week. How are we doing there? You know, it's been a while. It's been a long time since we
It's
kind
been a while
Yes.
since Hey, I want to say it's been too long, but it was all worth it because, dude, you, Jerk One, are number one.
Hey, you want to take a guess when our last podcast was?
Yeah, I'm gonna say, let's see, probably May.
No, July.
Was it July?
Yeah,
Okay.
July 7th. And then the next one we were planning was July 21. And then, then everything went nuts.
Then
Here
the
we are,
shit hit
middle
the
of September.
fan, dude. A quick synopsis, if everybody
How's-
wants to know. Jerk One.
So,
Was
how's
on-
your summer?
Yeah, I mean, that's it. How do you answer? How was your summer? I mean, people went on vacation. Jerk One went on a journey that led him to death's door, literally, and he is back. We here at the Three Jerk Show call him Million Lives because that is what he has, 1,000,000 lives. He's like a cockroach. Actually, you should be named Cockroach.
Cockroach is
Nothing.
better.
You keep going and going, dude. You keep going and going, no matter what.
That's it.
How do
What's
you
your
feel,
secret?
man?
What's your secret to a long life, cockroach?
What? How do you feel? Like, what's going on? Like,
Plenty of dark corners. That's what keeps you alive, son. Plenty of dark corners.
and documentaries about guys traveling through Haiti.
Yeah. Yeah, there's some good stuff out there. Now, we ran into some medical complications in May and then some more in July.
Right.
Between the liver, what else was going on? COVID, sciatica. There's a whole bunch of stuff that just all came at once. So actually, they
Yep.
came in phases. But we're getting a clean bill of health that we're moving on. Oh yeah, and the cancer too. How could you forget about the cancer there? So
Yeah, and I mean, just so everybody knows,
so
you
we're
know,
rolling.
if you get, all of us have either had COVID or know somebody who had COVID. So, that's no walk in the park, right? So, Jerk One had that plus all his ailments, and he had to get rushed to the emergency room where he sat there in a hallway for, would you say, almost a 24-hour period?
17 hours. We talked a little bit about this at our last one.
Did you?
Yeah,
Okay.
because we had it in July, and my incident there was in May.
Right, but then, dude, you went down even a worse path after that, no?
Yeah.
Or am I
Yeah.
mistaken?
That's when I got the COVID, and I wound up with sciatica. I couldn't walk, and I wound up in the hospital. They want to throw me in a rehab facility
Right.
for walking, not for drugs. The drugs are under control. No worries about that. No rehab facility there.
Oh, and speaking of drugs, I was worried, I'll be honest, because you had every type of drug imaginable at your disposal. And I was like, oh, no, this could go south very quickly.
Oh man, I've had Valium, I've had Oxycodone, I've had Thorazine, I had something started with a B. I forgot what it was.
Yeah,
No, I was cooking with gas for a while there.
you were, man.
The Thorazine's out of hand. That's what got
Is
me.
it really? What's that like?
You get in these mental stupors where you really don't understand what's going on.
Okay.
You just get confused and I don't know.
Yeah.
You say stuff out loud because you see if you can or not. If you want
Gotcha.
to, and you do, and you go, "Wow, I did that," and then you go, "I'm talking to myself in a medical weirdness." Stop the train. I want to get off.
How long did
We got some folks
did you have
here.
to stay on those?
I was probably a month. I was going out back and forth and stuff on this stuff for a month.
Okay.
We got Brandon and Dirt Star checking in
Yeah.
on that. Yeah, we got we can put the word out.
Dirt Star. How
Put
cool
the
is it, Brando, on a scale of 1 to 10, Dirt Star? How cool is it to have Jerk One upright and ready to rock for this podcast?
Oh yeah.
Chime in whenever you want. Oh, and by the way, we do have our first celebrity fresh from the 50th anniversary of The Godfather. We have, well, I don't actually know who this is. Hold on a second. Who are you?
Oh, we got a special announcement. Oh, sorry.
Oh, hold
Who's
on.
there?
Go ahead. Who are you?
I'm Enzo, the baker. I'm here.
Oh.
For you, Father. For you, Father.
Yeah, no, you better leave. There's going to be trouble. I don't want you to get in trouble. Stay here for your. All right. Yeah, so that was Enzo. He just wanted to say have a good show. So he did a great job. Well, dude, no matter what, I mean, I couldn't handle what you handled, and you did it along with being a dad and, taking care of business at home. So
I had a lot of help. Parents,
well done.
wife, everybody, friends. There was a lot of support and stuff. And that's something they ask you when you get interviewed by social workers, and they just need to know everything about what's going on in your life and stuff. So
Yeah.
like, oh, you got a good support network. You should be all right.
Gotcha.
So, way to fake an illness to dodge the podcast. Yeah, that's what I did. I had to. Hey, you know what? While we were gone, it's gonna take a couple of weeks to get the act together again, but slowly but surely, the train will pick up steam.
Yeah.
We did get a couple of letters though from Mailbag. You want to see these?
Fuck yeah, let's do
Some
it.
stuff without our jerk 3. But I do have a special announcement later. A very special announcement. You're gonna be shocked.
Okay, great.
I was shocked. I was really shocked. I didn't think it would happen.
No, don't tell me.
Yeah.
Big- It has something to do with Big Pink Dude.
No.
Okay, because I mean, that is one thing. I don't know if there's an update, but I thought about it right when I got on. I was like, "Is Big Pink Dude?" I mean, talk about Jerk One surviving. Did Big Pink Dude survive?
Mm-hmm.
Because isn't Ukraine kind of just kicking Russia out?
Big Pink Dude's looking for more work.
That's what I was going to say. I mean,
He said he wants to follow the election, the 2024 presidential election. He's making inroads with both parties. He's going to be like Hunter Thompson covering the Nixon campaign.
Hey, speaking of Hunter Thompson, who's this dude, B.D. Cooper? What's his deal?
DB Cooper hijacked an airplane
Okay.
and landed it, got some money, went back up, and then jumped out the door and landed. They don't, the story gets a little fuzzy from there. He was never seen again.
Right.
It's later on, kids found a couple of bones and some shredded money, and they think that some of this might have matched the marked bills that they had
Right.
with the DB Cooper thing. Later on, he wrote a couple of letters. Somebody posing as DB Cooper or himself wrote letters to newspapers saying, I'm still around and stuff. There was some recent noise about it because I guess there were some deathbed confessions, or people said they knew people who knew folks, and they think they know who the guy is now, but he's passed away about 2 years ago.
Yeah, because I came across while we were on hiatus, waiting for you to either die or get better. And luckily for us, you're alive.
Yep.
I came across on Netflix the DB Cooper documentary, and also, dude, you got to see this because he reminds me of you, the guy who he did the virus or whatever for the computer virus. He created it. The
Yeah.
McAfee
Oh yeah.
defense or what I can't think of it, but he went on the lam as well.
Hey,
But he was so crazy. He had somebody do a documentary about being on the lam.
Spiffy and he exchanged tweets.
Is that right?
True story. When he was in Spanish prison,
Come on.
I have I have a screenshot of it. I'll send it to you later, and then we can put it on the show later.
Oh, that'd be great. What's his name? John McAfee or something?
McAfee, yeah, Spiffy told McAfee, don't get too uppity or something. Don't get too full of yourself or something with it. And McAfee just wrote back with a smile or something.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, come on. He was a man. He had to be a brother from another mother.
Still haven't released his body yet. And he has a tattoo. He says not suicide or something.
Yeah.
This guy was.
Yeah, he was nuts. He was Hunter Thompson and anybody you could, Johnny Depp, you name it. I mean, all rolled into one. Getting all fucked up and shooting guns.
Yeah, this guy was accused of murdering his neighbor or something, and he went on the lam, and then the IRS kind of took over, and they had a far better reaching capabilities. Right. That brought him down to a couple places down in Africa and the Caribbean, I think.
Correct, and that's what I want you to do. I want you to check out the Netflix thing because, I mean, this dude, you would love him. He's got money to burn. He partied the whole time on the documentary. Gets all fucked up, shoots guns, it's insane.
He's a little paranoid, but yeah, he's all right.
See what I mean? You would know. Oh, hey, I would be remiss if I did not mention this. Now, you got out of the woods with your health scare, but unfortunately, I heard from Z-Man. Z-Man is the contributor to the Three Jerk Show.
Yeah,
we call his.
We have a Z-Man's Urban Dictionary tonight.
Excellent. All right. So he's always contributing with that. But he did tell me that Mom, Gloria, is in the hospital waiting surgery to get a brain tumor removed. Yep. And she is hanging in there trying to be strong. But, he's obviously he's the only child. So he's taking care of everything, but wanted to wish him well, wish Gloria well. Stan, of course, is up in heaven giving the big thumbs up. He knows everything's going to be okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But that will go on to mailbag.
So, hey, real quick, though, we do have another celebrity here. You wouldn't believe who it is.
Who is it?
Mad Dog Russo just came from the Hall of Fame.
No
he just
way.
got inducted into the Hall of Fame. So, he just wanted to contribute real quick. Go ahead, Mad Dog.
Good afternoon, everybody. How you doing today? Welcome to Hey.
Love it, dude. Mad Dog, great to see you. Congrats on the Hall of Fame, bro.
Hi, you too.
Yeah, Mad Dog's in the Hall of Fame. That's excellent. I check him out on. I know we're going off script here, but I
All
check
right.
him out on. Okay, on First Take. He got a good gig now. He went from Mike and the Mad Dog to MLB Network to now he's on ESPN nationally, doing a thing with Stephen A. Smith. I don't know if you're familiar
Yeah.
with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they go together head toe to toe on Wednesday. It's epic. It's great. It's
And you know what pried those two away from terrestrial radio was the whole satellite radio.
that is right.
They didn't want to do it, but they weren't ready to re-up for the bigger contracts with the stations.
You're right. Well, Mike and the Mad Dog, they went their separate ways before that.
A little earlier.
Yeah.
But, what was Mad Dog doing after he left?
What he did was they pretty much brought him into Sirius, and the story goes, they
Into
said,
satellite radio right away.
that is correct. And they said, hey, we're going to give you carte blanche. You make up your own channel. You hire your own you hire your own sports broadcasters, and the rest is history. He's been doing it for almost 20 years. He just got elected into the Hall of Fame, and now he got signed on by ESPN. That's where the big money is. So he does that every Wednesday with Stephen A. Smith. I got to tell you, they are awesome together. You got to check it out. It's 10 o'clock on Wednesday.
You'd have to pay me a lot of money to sit there with Stephen A. Smith for an hour.
Really? You're not interested in him?
I'd go deaf. He yells too much.
Well, you can imagine him and Mad Dog together. There's a lot of Mad Dog. You better stay. There's a lot of yelling. You better stay
I'll
away.
catch that. I should catch that. That's
Yeah.
here. Let's. The show got a couple of letters while we took our hiatus. Not too many. It's one of
Okay.
these things where you got to stay in the public focus to stay relevant. It's what have you done for me lately? You were in famous shit. You know that you got to stay. What have you done for me lately? Kind of stuff. So I learned that through reading these letters. At least the fans are writing letters.
Okay.
I don't know. Let's see what we can find.
Oh man, I love the artwork.
Yeah, it's the mailbag. Duke G from Texas. Hi, three jerks. Fuck you guys, leaving me hang all summer without a new podcast. Yeah, this is the letter I was talking about. I don't even give a shit if one of you motherfuckers have cancer. Give me my fucking fix of three jerks. You hear me? So, okay, Duke, you got it. Are you happy now? Are you gonna unzip your pants now or what? You got anything to say, jerk, two on that? I mean, I said my piece.
Hey, that shows a lot of passion. I mean, they love us. I mean, like Brandon and Dirt Star. I mean, what were they like? What was Brandon like? What was Dirt Star like? Did they feel the same way that Duke G from Texas did?
I don't know. We didn't get any letters from Brandon or Dirt Star.
We didn't. I don't know what they did. I want to know what they did in the summer, or maybe they're not allowed to tell us.
This one's a little sketchy. I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna vote no on this. Just I don't know. Hey, jerks, you rock. Are you gonna take the podcast on the road and have a live show at a bar or a strip club or something, so all the fans can get together and see what the hell you guys look like? You got big cocks. From Sparky from Cockstroke, Pennsylvania. Dude.
Well, first of all, is there really a Cockstroke, Pennsylvania?
There might be. There's ball stroke, I think, right? Or itchy balls.
Oh, my God. Well, that also reminds me of what I just found out recently about Jim Thorpe. Cockstroke and Jim Thorpe. What a segue, right? But Jim Thorpe, Pennsylvania, you know how that all went down? He's not even from Pennsylvania.
Yeah, they won a contest or something. They collected enough cereal box labels from Wheaties, I think.
Well, it's similar to that.
Yeah.
His third wife wanted to cash in. Make a long story short, a book just came out about him. And again, not to keep referencing Mad Dog, but he had the author on. And that's the only reason why I know it. I'm not as educated as you are. I mean, you knew right away about it.
Right.
But make a long story short, the third wife wanted to cash in on his name when he died, and they were like, and he was like, or she was like, "Hey, any municipality or state want to pony up some money and name their section of the state or municipality after Jim Thorpe, you will get his body and be able to claim him as your own."
Wow, he can have his body too, huh?
Yeah, and supposedly, if you go into Jim Thorpe, PA, one of the
I've been
first
there.
thing you see is his mausoleum, and it's like right at the end.
The mausoleum. I was up there. We were camping once, having a
Okay.
good time up there, and there's an opera house there that's really nice, and nice restaurants. It's hilly though. Wear your comfortable shoes and be ready to walk.
No shit.
Down there, and there's a lot of train, railroad stuff. You want extra railroad tours, and I think there's a river nearby. We did some camping there. It's pretty cool.
Okay, well, yeah, that cockstroke reminded me of Jim Thorpe. So,
Well, maybe you and Jim should get together sometime. Let's
Brandon's chiming in. Brandon says, "We all know Jerk One has a very thin, long dingus. Is that true?"
ask his mom. Let's go to our third and last letter.
Sure.
I smoked a big fatty before writing this. Have you ever stick a digit into an orifice just to see the brown? I'm going to eat my chicken and listen for a reply while feeding the geese. By Jimmy Gorilla Fingers Johnson, Rye, New York. What kind of people do we attract? What kind of people show up to this show?
Oh, shit. Jerk One.
That's whack.
Again, these letters are phenomenal. Jimmy Gorilla Fingers Johnson. First of all, that is a great name. I mean, incredible. But it does bring up true story that my son the other day was telling me.
Story. Okay.
Yeah, he
All
said,
right.
he was like, "Hey, Dad, we're having a conversation over, of all things, hot dogs."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Dad, this reminds me." And I said, "What?" And he goes, "When I was little," and now he's not too much older. He's like, I used to stick my finger up my butt and try to smell it just for the hell of it. And honestly, I'm not going to condemn him because I am,
Hey, who hasn't, right?
exactly. I'm comfortable in my skin enough to say that I did it when I was a kid as well.
Yeah.
And I'm sure we all have. I know for a fact Brandon and Dirt Star have.
Yeah.
And Jerk 3, when Jerk 3 gets here, I'm sure he's going to bust in and tell us a story. That maybe one of his girlfriends did it for him.
Or he's done something to someone that got him at you. Yeah, exactly.
Correct. Oh, man.
So, yeah, sure. To answer his question, we've all stuck our digit into an orifice just to see the brown.
We have. Yes,
enjoy your chicken. I hope you enjoyed it, and feed those geese, Jimmy.
Yeah, seriously. Feed those geese.
Well, that's it for Mailbag this week. Catch you on the flip side.
Yeah. Good. Like I said, good letters. And like I said, if Dirt Star or Brandon wrote us a letter, I wonder would it be positive? Like, hey, we're happy to have you back. I wonder what they would write. Who knows? So
I was asking if if you stuck your finger there as a 50-year-old kid. People use the pee hole in their underwear for some same people finger and butt smell. This podcast has reached down into new lows now. We're bordering the community guidelines. I think we're just kind of straddling it.
Well, hey, everybody knows humans are just one step away from being an animal. Like gorillas are right there with us. We have 2 cats in the house now, and all they do is lick each other's butts, literally.
We're just big pooping machines, man.
Oh my God, they're up all night too, man. I forgot what it was like having cats. We got 2 kittens in the house. They're up all night long. I haven't had a good night's sleep in forever. but they're fucking great, dude. When they get together, we have them separated now because they're like 8 weeks. So you're supposed to keep them separated, but we give them 20-minute intervals. They're like prisoners. And when they get together, they beat the piss out of each other. It's great. Yes,
They
sir.
go crazy, huh?
Fuck yeah, they do. They absolutely do. But during the hiatus, obviously I only have one life because I'm a dad, right? So if the kids or the wife don't need me, the TV does. So I'm in front of the TV. I came across Between Two Ferns, and it's from that dude Zach Galifianakis or whatever, however you pronounce his name. He's from the Hangover movies.
Okay.
Dude, it is almost as funny as There's Something About Water, Something in the Water, cable access TV show back in the old Milltown days. It is so funny. You got to watch it. And Brandon and Dirt Star and anybody else who's listening, watch it and let us know next week if you don't laugh at least once, one huge belly laugh. It is so funny.
You got Dirt Star chiming in saying that's some good shit there. So it sounds like he's seen it, what you're talking about.
Oh, excellent. All right. Yeah, Dirt Star. I mean, just in the beginning alone, right? Dirt Star with Matthew McConaughey. I mean, it's just funny. I mean, you know, and Paul Rudd and just Zach. Jerk One, are you familiar with Zach? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, a little bit. There's too much going on the West Coast in Vancouver for me to follow. Too many movies, too much crap going, man. I can't.
Well, there is. You're absolutely right. I mean, the funny thing about Netflix and Hulu and Disney Plus and HBO Max and you name it, I watch it all. I flip through all the shit because I'm like, nothing appeals to me. And there's a million fucking choices.
I just watched Smokey and the Bandit again, you know, so that's where I'm at. I'm not looking for a lot of new stuff necessarily.
No shit, really.
Yeah.
Smokey and the Bandit still hold up?
I'm a sucker for Sally Fields, man.
Yes.
But yeah. No, it's good stuff, man.
Yeah, does it hold up though? Have you seen it recently?
Yeah, just last week.
No shit.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny because where I live in Florida, Burt Reynolds had put a stamp on it in Palm Beach County. Yep. So he's from the neighboring town right next door called Jupiter, Florida. And his ranch is out there. So we were out there, and it's weird. It's funny how the life just bulldozes everybody. You would never even know that was Burt Reynolds Ranch. They have named it Reynolds Ranch, but a real estate developer took it over and made it a whole community. And other than the entrance name of Reynolds Ranch, you wouldn't know that it was Burt Reynolds who just married Lonnie Anderson there, probably nailed her 100 times behind the barn on that property.
Maybe Brandon can help me with the saying. A man dies 3 times. First time physically. The second time is when the last person who physically knew of you dies. And then the third time is when history forgets you.
Right.
It goes quicker for some more than others.
Dude, you're absolutely right. Think about it. I mean, the more people die off from Pearl Harbor, how many more people are going to... No one fucking gives... Like, our generation was sensitive to Pearl Harbor. We grew up knowing about it. But kids who are like 20 years old, they don't give a fuck. They don't know shit. They don't... If you're not taught about it, which nowadays, could it be taboo to talk about Pearl Harbor? Who knows? You're absolutely right. History forgets a lot of shit.
Yeah, hey, we lost your image if you care, and I don't know if you did that on purpose.
No, I did not. What's going on?
You were kind of in the fuzzy mode, and now it's a flat out green screen.
Can you still hear me?
Yeah.
All right. Who gives a fuck?
Who gives a fuck? Now it looks like I'm talking to a skull.
Well, yeah, what the fuck happened?
I'll work.
Should I jump out and jump back in, you think?
Yeah, well, try going to your settings and see if you want to boost up one of those.
Look at us, man. We're on
It's
Well
amateur.
lit green screen, a well lit green screen, or blue screen is required. Go fuck yourself, man.
Go to the just go to the virtual layouts and hit the fade on the right side.
Okay.
See what it gets you. There you go. See that shit? Oh, there you go. Now they know who you are, buddy.
Nice.
No.
Did Judge hit his home run yet or no?
No.
No,
I'm
my
getting
friend
updated.
was there last night, and he's there tonight too. He's going to go every night.
I'm getting live updates. My little man is giving me live updates, Judge. It's 6-0 Yankees, but Judge has not done anything.
Jeez, 6-0. Is it
Yeah.
the Pirates again?
Yeah, they're playing the Pirates. Pirates suck.
No, Dad, it's 6-1.
Oh, it's 6-1. My
Dad,
bad.
look who's staring at us.
Socks?
Yeah, look, he's right there.
What's up, Socks? Little gag. That's one of our kitten names, if anybody gives a shit. So, Jerk 1, what else can you tell us? Good night, buddy. Do you have any stories? Like, I'll give you an example. My mom was on Death's Store. You know that.
Right.
Store. She had a great story about being totally hopped up on every hospital medication and having these vivid dreams of actually dying and being on this train and all this stuff and
Okay.
planning her funeral and everything. Did any of that kind of stuff happen to you?
Sorry to interrupt, but Greasy Tony's here now. He's sorry I'm late. I was just buying my Judge jersey.
Yes, Greasy Tony in the house.
Good thing, Greasy Tony there.
What's up, my friend? Yeah, so Jerk 1, anything like that? Like any
No.
vivid hallucinations or anything?
Like I told you the first time I was in, I didn't throw away the jerk mags, and I didn't throw them away the second time either, so I know I was coming back home. There was no need to hallucinate about death when there was a life waiting for you back home, you know?
Dude, I don't know if you told us the last time, but did you talk about the roommate that you had who took a major shit? Like it just
Yeah, I think I did.
You
450 pound Jamaican dude who shot himself, man. And the whole room was all warm and smelly, and all the people came in to help out, and their body heat was making it even worse. I'm sitting there with the bed sheets over my face, just dying, gagging. I mean, it was horrible.
Did you honestly, was there a certain point where you just like death might be better than this?
No, no, I really,
Oh,
I really put a lot of faith in the positive things there. I wasn't going down that road because it was easy.
oh man.
Dude, he was loving wrestling, and he was talking about food the whole time, and yeah, he just crapped himself. And
And you said he was like 300 plus, right?
four and a quarter or something, 450,
God.
4 and a quarter. He is really, really, really big.
Wow.
And yeah, they had to drain him, his scrotum areas and his neck of water, or like build up of pus or something. So they had to come in and drain that stuff.
Right.
They were cutting his head open later in the week for some surgery to help him stop growing. So
Jesus.
yeah, just when you think you have it bad. I was the only person able to walk around in that place, so I wasn't feeling like I was at death's door. There were enough doormats around for the Grim Reaper to use,
Did you really walk around?
Did I? I think I did. I think I did once, but I had a chance to see inside the rooms when they push you around for the different procedures and stuff.
Okay.
I might have left the room once. I don't remember.
No shit.
No, I did. I did later on. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Because it was right by Central Park.
It was where?
Right by Central Park.
Oh, no shit.
Set up by that real skinny building there, that skinny skyscraper where the
Right.
condo $40 million and
Gotcha.
and up. Yeah.
Not to get personal, but I will anyway. Did you have to do the catheter route or no?
No, it's on my bucket list, though. I haven't done it yet.
Come on, dude. Are you serious?
Dead serious.
If I had to choose, and Dirt Star and Brandon and Greasy Tony chime in, if I had to choose the catheter or death, I may choose death. Why do you want it on your bucket list?
Oh, I mean, I haven't had it yet.
Jesus Christ! Out of all these hospital stays, you've never
Yeah.
had it, huh?
Nope. No.
Oh,
I
I can't imagine what that's like. I've heard so many
know.
horror
I-
stories.
that would. Yeah, I've had a lot of stuff done to me, and I would pick all that stuff over again.
Wow, yeah, I would not. I would not want that to happen. I mean,
I've had a big spike ram through my rib cage and puncture my lung to blow up my collapsed lung. I've had bone marrow pulled from my hip. I've had finger cut off.
hold on a second. Stop.
All that again.
Stop.
I would not
Hold
want to
on.
count.
Stop. Real quick. You never told us this story. I never knew it either off the air.
What's that?
What happened with this punctured lung and a spike? What the fuck? I never heard that story.
A long time ago.
A long, long time ago.
This was in college, 20s.
Okay.
We're out partying, and on the way home, I'm throwing up
Right.
out of Jay's car, and got really messed up, and I collapsed my lung from throwing up.
No way.
Yeah. The next day, it hurt. It hurt when I lift my arms. It hurt when I coughed. I even wheezed a little bit, but I let it go. I really was just like, well, it's a cold. Maybe I caught a cold last night.
Right.
So that was a Saturday night. It happened. Sunday morning, whatever, a little recovery. I got to Thursday with it. I went 4 days with it going, man, this really hurts, da-da-da.
Right.
So I wound up going to the doctors and immediately stethoscope on the chest and right away, you have a collapsed lung. X-rays right now. Yeah, 2/3 of your left lung is collapsed. You could have died in your sleep. When did this happen? Oh, this happened Saturday night. Like, what?
Oh my God. Now, in between Saturday and Thursday,
I'm going to school. I'm preparing for final exams. It's
I was gonna
springtime.
say.
Cinco de Mayo coming up. You know, and
Oh
we're
my-
busy. We're busy smoking weed and drinking. You know, most of the week and stuff.
Creasy Tony says it best. Jerk one is a beast, a trooper, effing crazy stuff he's been through. Absolutely. Creasy Tony, before we were saying his nickname is either Million Lives or Cockroach. I mean, for real.
I think Greasy Tony remembers when I got my foot run over by a car and ripped the shoe off, and my foot swelled up. It didn't rip the shoe off; it kind of ripped the sole off the shoe. My foot swelled up so much that we were going out drinking after church. This happened in the church parking lot, right? I'm sitting on the hood of a car, and I
Right?
get my foot run over because we're goofing around.
Yeah.
So we're like, well, screw it. It really hurts. Let me go buy another pair of shoes. First of all. So we go to the mall. I buy a pair of shoes. I put these on. Now my foot swells right up into it. We go down the shore and start drinking. Drink until like 10 at night.
Holy shit. Are you fucking for real?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh
And,
my God.
I get home. I could barely walk up the stairs. I'm crawling up with my leg up in the air, like a three-legged cat or something, walking around and shit. I'm still living at home. My parents are like, what the hell happened? I'm like, after dirt, ran my foot over. I'm drunk. Next day, you know, go to MediMerge on that. Just twisted the ankle to crap, you know, really lacerated, pulled it all over the place. Had to wear one of those blow-up casts for a long time.
Jesus, dude.
Stuff, but it was messed up. And I had to cut those pairs of shoes off too, so those got ruined as well. I blew 2 pairs of shoes in a day.
You're my hero, dude. There goes my hero. You are
Then
my hero.
we're going back to the collapsed lung. I go in They just, it was kind of casual. Then they said, just drive yourself to the emergency room there, and they'll take you in. We'll make the calls. So that's what I did.
Okay.
Well, I had no idea what I was up against there. And I don't know if you know anything about collapsed lung. They call it spontaneous pneumothorax. They lay you down on the table. They figure out where they're going to stick this tube, hollow tube, and they stick it in between your ribs, in the rib cage, and they puncture the lung in it. It's a reverse vacuum. They kick the vacuum on, and it pushes the air out. And
Right.
It pushes the lung back into the rib cage where it's supposed to stick. So they do that procedure. They send you upstairs. You stay for 3 days or so to see if it sticks or not. And at the end, they yank it out. It's almost like a bicycle tube thing where the air shoots out and they put a wet patch on it. I swear to God. It's the weirdest thing right at the end like that. And then you take it easy for a while, and eventually you're back in the saddle. If it happens again, they got to cut you open from the back and re-scrape the back of your rib cage and stick the lung back in that way, like a serrated thing, you know?
Oh my God. Wait a minute though. Are you medicated? You don't feel a thing, right?
No, I'm awake during this procedure where they nail that thing in you. They just put a Lidocaine. They just on the surface. The story as it went there, I just said, hey, you know, the nurse there, the OR nurse, takes out the needle for the numbing agent. I said, yeah, you know, I don't really like needles. I'm kind of joking around. She says, well, I wouldn't worry about this one. I'd worry about that. And she points to this freaking pole thing, you know, this stake. She says, that's going into your ribs. I'm like, holy shit.
Oh my God, you gotta love her. That lady probably knows how to party.
Well, it's funny you say that because as we're talking, I finished up working in the funeral home maybe about a year before that.
Right.
And I said, this is very similar to what we used to do with the corpses. And when we would do the cavity hardener, we would stick a hollow tube, just like that, a spike into their lungs. And then it turns out she worked at a funeral home back when she was younger and stuff. So we just start chit-chatting about that stuff, and they're doing the prep work and getting my mind off of this stuff. And then pretty soon I'm just said, okay, get ready. 1, 2, 3. Holy sweet Jesus. Push it
now. Did you, even with the Novocaine, did you feel anything?
Yeah. That's just bullshit. That's just, I don't know why.
Right.
Because it went right through, and you felt that shit. Every nuance of that could get pushed in there.
Dude, was the pain unbearable?
For a little bit until they stabilized it. They had to tape it up and stuff. But when it was moving around, yeah.
Holy shit! I'm picturing that. I'm about to throw up.
Pretty common, and you could probably find the procedure on YouTube too, if you want.
That. Hell no. I'm not looking at that. I mean, I thought I was the man. I had to get 10 teeth pulled out. And that's why I was worried about with being on Oxy and all that, because those drugs are great for the interim, but they have, as we all know, they're highly addictive, right?
They only give you like 10 here at a time now in the state, and they really keep track of that stuff.
Really?
They read the Doctors of Riot Act.
Gotcha, because this doctor was like, yeah, I could give you all this stuff. I was like, nope. I'm like, pull them out.
You could have sold them for like $12 a piece.
Yeah, so he did give me laughing gas. I did take laughing gas, which is fucking great, man.
It is.
Laughing gas is awesome. Dirt Star Brando, you want to chime in? Did you guys ever have that?
I had laughing gas at the dentist once, so when they left the room, I turned it up a little bit when no one was looking.
No, you're lying. You're lying.
No, just a little bit. Little. Just a little bit.
Yeah, I had laughing gas. I didn't have anything else. And it was crazy. He pulled out all my teeth, and it was 10 at a time. I had to get them all taken out. And, it was amazing hearing just like, I don't know if amazing's the word, but hearing him crunch the teeth.
Oh, Jesus.
And, like, using the vacuum to pull all the particles of teeth out. Brandon said he pulled his own tooth out. I got to hear how much did that hurt? That's like the way Tom had
number 17 pulled out pretty soon. Tooth number 17 in the back.
Who is you?
Me, yeah.
Why is it painful? Is it like
No, it's coming. It's close to the nerve, and it's a wisdom tooth that hasn't surfaced. So I got a problem with it.
pulled out the teeth to give better mouth hugs?
That's what Mike did with removing 10 teeth. You could probably increase your price too, working behind the Wendy's dumpster.
Mouth hugs. It's classic. It hurt more to keep it in. Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, I'm a
That's
new
what she
man
said.
myself. I'm a new man myself for sure. What are you drinking, Jerk One?
Just water.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Well, that other, speaking of, just go
So
back
I
a little bit. We
Yeah.
were talking about the Haiti documentary you sent me. You also sent me the documentary of that dude who's a YouTube sensation who just travels the world. I would say he's the old you, going to these places and just partying it up.
Yeah, I mean, I've only done it a few times. This guy does it all the time, and he puts himself in a lot more dangerous situations. There were
Yeah.
a few things. You're talking about Kurt Katz, I think.
Yes.
The guy from South Africa. He knows some jiu-jitsu or some martial arts and stuff, so he's not really going in blind. He can defend himself and stuff.
Right.
But what was I gonna say? There was one, I forgot where it was. There was one part that was familiar with with the thing that I did once. It was rang familiar, but
Right.
he takes it to the next limit though. But I like getting haircuts in foreign places too and stuff like that. It's always fun.
Yeah. I mean, I just like how he opens the door and just shows you what the real other side of the world is like. I mean, and he now the girl that he's with, is that his girlfriend, or does he have a different girl at every different video?
Girl in every port.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That Haitian video, what blew my mind was the gas station stays open long enough for the police to come.
Yep.
The police fill up all their cans, and then they go puncture everybody else's cans.
Yeah.
And they leave, and then the owners of the station are like, "Screw this, we're closing. There's no police protection or anything." And then everybody's going nuts.
Yeah. You're absolutely right. And it's funny, when I first watched it, I thought of the other video you sent me. Didn't you send me a video of like North Philly and what?
Yeah,
it was
Kensington Avenue.
Yeah, like, I mean, I'm saying, oh my God, it's similar to that, and that's in America. Like, I would love to know how people in power just let these cities go to shit.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like that Kensington Avenue looks like Escape from New York movie.
Yeah, it looks like from Get Your Ass to Mars.
Yeah, I mean, it's just amazing how like it's a free for all. But think about it. I mean, how everybody, we're sitting here in their cushy places where we are, chilling, having a good time. But I mean, we're a couple steps away from anything going south and complete chaos. How we keep it together as a society, I'm blown away. I don't know how. Maybe you have more insight than I do.
I always said it's because most of the people owe other people money. I've always told that to people at work. I said, we're not here because we're a happy family. We're not here because we like it. We're here because we owe people money. This is essentially a debtor's prison. Let's all get along and get home tonight on that. So everybody's kind of doing their thing and staying orderly because they have debts. That's not saying rich people or folks that have zero debt or burdens to society or don't have a clue. But I think the glue that keeps it together is this concept of debt.
That's interesting. And I also think, and I'm not religious at all, but I also think religion has a lot to do with it. I think that there are some God-fearing people out there who really believe in all the, fire and brimstone and all that, and that keeps them in line.
There's countries like Germany that's almost they're almost all agnostic. Germany, there's almost no religion, very, very little. In Europe, some of these countries have very little religion.
Yeah. Yeah. It's true. It's, I mean, I don't know, in our lifetime, I always remember going to Middlesex County College and back in Edison, New Jersey, Edison in the house. And we had this German teacher, And this one day she just starts talking. She's like, everybody thinks, they're all safe and secure in America. Well, if you think about it, America's only 200 years old or some sort of fact that she had. And she's like, think about all the dynasties in the history. They only lasted a few hundred years. So how much longer do you think America's going to last? And I was like, that's a good point.
The Chinese feel that way too. They say it's still an experiment, and they don't know what the outcome of democracy is. Democracy is still an experiment on society.
Right.
The Chinese civilization's been around, I guess, 6,000 years or so, kind of doing it their own way. So they're just, it's we're the new kids on the block.
Right. And it's like, and her point was, and this is 20 years ago, 30 years ago, she was like, eventually it's all going to come to an end. Where are you going to be? And I'm like, that's a good point. Why don't you teach me German instead of like talking shit about America?
She's just jealous because they lost the war.
That could be.
We're not speaking German, lady.
But yeah, that whole Haiti thing, and it's just amazing. People shit all over America, and we're not political at Three Jerks at all. And I don't know what anybody's side is. I have no side at all. But you gotta fucking be happy if you're living in America, because, god damn, compared to what's going on in all these other fucking countries, shit, man. Right?
Get the hang out here.
Dirt Star said the Roman Empire lasted 1,500 years. Is that true?
Sounds about right. If you go up to about 400 or 500 AD, 600.
No shit. What did them in? They were just total greed, right?
Spread themselves too thin.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah, and the barbarians, I guess the German have loosely put German Empire as an attack.
Okay.
They were having people coming from all sides. I think the Muslims are coming at them from one end. The barbarians are coming from the north.
Right.
And Dirt Star could probably chime in more on that.
Dirt Star, yeah, chime in, let us know. I mean, of course, this conversation always reminds me of my favorite scene in True Romance, where the dude's dad is going to get killed by the mob, and he starts explaining what a real Italian is. It's a great. I don't know if you know the scene that I'm talking about, but the classic line is Dennis Hopper's like, the Moors did so much fucking that blonde hair, blue eyes turned into brown eyes and dark skin. What a great fucking scene that was. Christopher Walken, just classic.
Sitting there. Hey, we got a hot for teacher this week.
Right on, let's hear it.
Did a little digging.
Ooh.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. It kind of like, first of all, she's crazy, right?
Okay. Yep.
We could agree right off the bat. Look at her crazy eye.
Yep.
So she's a little wild. This is a recent thing that the indictments or whatever, the arrests have happened now. This incident happened in 2010. So this happened 12 years ago. So if you do your math, what's 43 minus 12? That's 21?
That's beyond my pay grade.
31?
Yeah.
So she was like 31 and going after the 17-year-old. Second degree assault and possession of CDS.
Right.
So she was banging the student there. Summer 2010 on that. Bathrooms and offices.
Right.
Wild is the victim's parents, the woman's ex-husband, and former school teacher gave in multiple details of the alleged victim's disclosure. There was a lot of disturbing behavior on behalf of the former teacher. But now check this out. Well, there she is as a gym teacher there. So you're like, well, yeah, what's up?
She is pretty hot. Yeah, not bad.
But then what the hell does jail do to people?
No, come on. That is not Go back real quick.
I swear.
Oh, look at that.
Here.
Yeah, that's definitely her.
Yeah.
I love PE. Now, really, is the picture just cut off and it says, I love penis?
Venus. They would have put her face on the dollar bill, man.
Dirt Star's like meth, not even once. Oh, shit.
I'm gonna get the freaking hiccups, man.
Oh, my God.
So,
Putang Eaton. Oh, without a doubt. Greasy
Yeah.
Tony, 100%. You are right.
that prison poo-tang will make your hair stand. I don't
You
know,
are
man.
absolutely right.
It looks like someone might have knocked the eye into a little bit better shape, but it's still a little waggy.
Jeez. Man, it's so funny. I mean, now that I'm older, you know how fucked up it is as teachers do that, especially with teachers. This lady at least did it with a 17-year-old. There's some fuckers down here where I live, second grade male teachers, like fucking downloading child porn. They're getting so lazy. They're doing it in school. They're fucking doing it on their computers in school, just asking to get fucking caught, But I mean, when I was a kid, I'd heard of stories of teachers, but it wasn't as prevalent as it is nowadays. Nowadays, it's like every week a
Do
fucking
you want to out anybody on a special edition of Three Jerks? I'm not saying tonight.
Well, I do have a story of a good friend that we all know who used to deliver pizzas, and he got a tip, and it wasn't monetary. It wasn't a money-related tip. He was paid in other ways for doing a fast delivery. So, we could definitely talk about that for future shows.
He delivered the extra sausage on the pizza, right?
And the person who he delivered it to was an elementary school teacher that was his teacher. Obviously not at the time because he was older delivering pizzas. But
it was not at the time. It was just another girl, just another woman down the block.
You know what? You're right, because that's another anecdote to the story. The person who he delivered pizzas lived on his block. You're right.
Yeah, well, that's even better. That booty call is close, man. That's good times right there, man.
You're absolutely right. Now, you know what? Here's my luck. No, go ahead. What were you going to say, George?
I remember her backside in slacks and everything. Though he's our friend there's got some good taste there. So he worked it.
Yeah, and you know what? Our friend, he didn't have to work it. It's funny because I heard somebody talking the other day about how there's some dudes who just can go into parties and they just have to stand there and they're going to get laid. He was one of them. He was definitely one of them. So I was always envious of that. I needed alcohol, drugs. But the girl had to be put out of commission
money
in order to fucking think that I was like worth anything. You know what I mean? That's why I love going to Key West with you guys. Especially spring break. That is where I was Brad Pitt. The more drugs, the more alcohol. Gut, no hair, bum arm.
You fit right in.
Yeah, I'm somehow I turn into Tom Cruise.
Somehow you're top of the heap.
But our friend didn't need any of that. He would just walk in and just stand there and get laid. And we're talking hot chicks. You know what I mean? So look like Joe struck out again.
He works it.
Yeah, but the only teacher related story that I have, and not to give out any names, but this teacher as well, but he's on the male side. He cornered me in the elementary school gym.
Ooh, God.
It sounds typical of every kind of abuse story in the world, but luckily for me,
we're gonna have to do something about these grades of yours.
Luckily for me, I had the most fucking crazy ass friends, and they were looking at me because if you remember our school, the where to be, the cool hangout was behind the library, and I wasn't there when I was supposed to be, So all my friends went looking for me, and they wound up looking for me in the gym. And right at the time that they bust in there, this dude is making his move. He literally had his arm around me. Now, I don't fucking know anything from abuse, nothing. I'm in seventh grade at the time. I come from a Catholic school, so you could imagine my hormones are raging because somehow, some way, I'm hooking up with like these seventh grade girls who's got huge knockers. That's all I'm thinking about. And this dude's got his arm around me. I'm thinking I'm a fuck up. He's a guidance counselor at the time. He comes in close, puts his arm around me. He's like, Mike, you got it. Jerk two, you got to concentrate on your studies. You got to concentrate on this. And my friends bust in. They're like, dude, come on. What are you doing? We're going behind the library. I'm like, all right, bud, thanks a lot for the pep talk. I'm out, But obviously, fast forward a couple years later, he gets busted for molesting kids and all that shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, those were the only.
If it makes you feel any better, he specialized in the developmentally retarded kids. That's all he did because he figured they couldn't tell. You must have been a real show up at that school.
Oh, dude. Oh, my God. I was such a fuck up in school. And they were like...
You must have really gave a good first impression.
Oh, my God. Dude, all the teachers gave up on me. The principal gave up on me. And he was a great principal. Cool dude. But he just transferred me to this guidance counselor. And I think that was my one and only interaction. Thank God. It was my one and only interaction with him. But why couldn't I have had these other teacher-related stories? I don't know.
Well, yeah, huh?
Yeah.
Do we know anybody that has that? Man, that's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, you have a great story. Maybe one day you could delve into it. I mean,
maybe I could give a little taste, but this happened in, much later studies, much later in life.
Yeah. Your story of the train is an epic story. That's actually teacher related. Wasn't she a professor?
Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff going on there.
Yeah, dude, you got to delve. You know what? That is a great idea. Future story.
I'm trying to sell the movie rights,
Oh, okay. Well, I was going to say, we could do it, Jerk 1, Jerk 2, and Jerk 3, forget it. His stories will go. But Dirt Star and Creasy Tony and Arpeggio. I didn't even notice Arpeggio was here. Nice, Arpeggio. What's going on?
Yeah. I'll write a play, and we can all be act out a role. We'll tell my story that way.
Yeah, dude, you've had some good stories for sure.
What was it that Stern used to do? He read the transcripts for a couple of things. Was it Bill O'Reilly and the Loofah? He would bring in some interns to play the girl, and he would be the guy.
Maybe I don't remember.
A couple of reads from like legal transcripts of people getting in trouble and stuff. It was pretty funny.
Okay, yeah, I don't remember that. I'm waiting for the hammer to fall on Stern. I love him. He's a icon. He's my hero, just like all of us. But how is he going to die in this politically sensitive world? How is he able to dodge all these bullets from his past history?
I'll tell you how.
What's that?
I'll tell you how. Keep on bashing Trump and keep on donating money to people who would have a potential of harming him.
Oh, interesting. I didn't even think of it that way.
Just bang them and hit them with what they like and pretend to be like them in those high profile situations.
Yeah, because I think about everything that's very sensitive now: race, treating women as equals. Those are two things that sold him, that made him a god.
The Snapple commercials with the girls in the bikinis on the trampoline. Come on, man.
Yeah.
That's what I'm tuned in for.
But Bongo Fiesta.
Got it on VCR, man. Got it on tape.
Yeah, and but you know what? We're turning into one of those fuckers too. One thing that pisses me off is, people who get canceled for shit they did fucking 10, 20 years ago. Like, what the fuck? We've all changed. We've all made mistakes. Who are these fuckers who have all this time to go through people's past digressions and, What the fuck? You know?
He said, since his father died, he's taken art more seriously. He's drawing or painting barn doors now. That's his big thing.
Oh, he's the new Bob Ross?
Yeah, so he's drawing doors somewhere up in upstate New York or something.
No shit.
Yeah.
Do you know, speaking of Bob Ross, another great documentary you should watch?
Yeah, I've read a bunch of that stuff, man. That's a sad story.
Yeah, fucker got ripped off. Anything that's out with Bob Ross's name, do not buy it. None of the money goes to him at all. But a couple things that no one knows about him. He painted one of the every show was a half an hour, and he painted the painting that he was showcasing that day beforehand. So if you go back and ever watch his shows, I don't know if anybody's a fan, you could see him looking off to the right side of the canvas that he's painting. It's because he's really just looking at the painting he did previously and pretty much just copying everything down.
Got it all there.
Little trick of the trade there from Mr. Bob Ross.
Like the cooking shows. Same shit.
I didn't know that. Yeah, interesting. I didn't know that.
You want to do, I got Z-Man's Urban Dictionary.
Fuck yeah, Z-Man. Hanging out with Gloria.
We're slowly hooking all the train cars back up to the train. We're going to get this back up to speed.
Yes, sir.
I still haven't bought that mixing board yet, but I've been reading reviews and people are having issues with the new one that's out now. So, and to be honest, I'm afraid it's going to force me to buy a new computer.
No shit.
Yeah.
What are you doing, a fucking old PC? Like,
yeah, I'm working off the old stuff.
All right. What was the one that had the cow logo? It was like black and white dotted. What the fuck was that for a while? Way back when the
Intel,
internet.
I think, or I don't know.
I'm trying to think. I had one of those. I remember our friend was the man to go to if you wanted a renovated fucking computer. And basically all we all wanted, we could care less about the internet. We all wanted PersianKitty.com. That's all we wanted.
Jeez, I forgot all about that website. Holy crap.
George Star Arpeggio and Greasy Tony know about PersianKitty.com.
They knew about Gateway first before Persian Kitty.
That's what it was. It was Gateway.
I'm going to look up Persian Kitty.
No, Gateway was the company of computers, wasn't it? Yes, it was.
Argue with those guys about that.
I will.
And I'm going to look at Persian Kitty here and see what's going on.
It's Persian Kitty. I'll never forget my old man. If you want to talk about a kid in a candy store, when the internet first started, my old man would he used to either be in front of the TV or in front of the computer. And our only bonding moment practically was when he came up to me and he's like, he would always call me Guy. Hey, Guy. What's the name of that fucking website? What was the name of that website? And he loved me ever since, hooking him up with fucking PersianKitty.com. Oh, man, you got to love it. Dude, no offense. I mean, I know you dodged death, but you still fucking sound like shit.
Thanks. I looked it up. It's there, but it looks like it's subbed out to like 8 or 9 different other websites about webcams and other stuff. So
it always was like that. It always was like that.
Really?
Yeah, and it just had link after link of yeah. I mean, are there still links there where you could
This one looked fraught with viruses, but it looked very Eastern European. I don't know, but it had the same logo on top.
PersianKitty.com. I'm going to look it up.
Tell me.
I'm going to look. This site can't be reached. Interesting. Why not?
Your wife put the kibosh on the internet there.
Probably. Persian Kitty.
No fan for you, no porn for you.
Oh yeah, this might just be a new. I see what you're saying. No, it says enjoy. Right away. AdultChat.com, BDSMChat.com, MILF.com. I don't know if we're allowed to say that, but am I going to get us in trouble?
Who knows? I think we're good. Guy.
God. Oh, dude, I got one last story for you. I may have said this already. My old man, rest in peace, he's up in heaven looking over at me right now talking about fucking PersianKitty.com. I bet he's really proud. But so he has dementia. The old man, if you want to talk about a hard luck story, he fucking works 50 years in the post office. 50 fucking years. He's so dedicated. He works in Newark at one point, and it's during the riots, and he has no idea the riots are going on back in the 60s. And he pulls into the fucking Newark, and he's like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, people are blowing out fucking stores and shit. And he still goes into work, but, he obviously backtracks when he sees what's going on. So anyway, 4 years into his retirement, 4 fucking years, he fucking has a fucking stroke. And talking about, and you could probably relate to this after what you just went through, doctors kind of know their shit. So we sit down with the doctor, not me, but my family, and they're like, he's like, yeah, he had a stroke, but the bad part is he's got like blood on his brain. It looks like he's obviously had a couple strokes, and you guys didn't know it. No offense, he's got 4 years. So that was September of 2012. And true to the word of that doctor, he died August 2016, almost exactly 4 years. Yeah. So anyway, right before he dies, we have our son, and my mom, bless her, she fucking takes the old man on a plane. He's out of his mind. He's fucking got dementia now because that's an onset of fucking stroke. You can either lose all your motor functions or dementia kicks in. And what's the other thing? Not dementia, Alzheimer's. So he's out of his mind, doesn't know anybody. She takes him on a fucking plane, brings him down here. We get an aid for him. So make a long story short, and this is all bringing it back to PersianKitty.com, I promise.
I got my pants down. I'm waiting for the money.
Yeah, here it is. Here's the payoff. So we're all there in the morning, and the aide comes up to him, and they say, Steve, what do you want for breakfast? And he looks at her, and he goes, you're my breakfast. I swore dead serious. He goes, you're my breakfast. And that's one thing, you can look it up. All Alzheimer's and dementia patients, the one thing you don't lose, and it actually gets heightened, is your sex drive. True story. Look it up. I'm not bullshit.
Maybe your inhibitions to say things that are on your mind, you're not holding back.
Maybe, but I'll never fucking forget that. I love that. I was like, you're my fucking, I'll never forget it. And then one last little side anecdote, has nothing to do with PersianKitty.com related, but out of, Alzheimer's out of nowhere will come to and actually talk like they're normal again. My old man did that during that trip with me for 5 minutes. Dude, you'll love this. He starts talking to me about Billy Martin getting into a fight with Reggie Jackson at Fenway. Swear to God, for 5 minutes, I didn't want it to end. And then all of a sudden, he just snapped out of it and went back to his normal thing. But yeah. So yeah, I digress from the show, but that just Persian Kitty triggered that memory.
Well, we're lucky your dad didn't ask the nurse for a hot air balloon. Hot air balloon is the man's Urban Dictionary word of the week. A hot air balloon is a sexual act where the male inserts his foreskin into a receiving individual anus or vagina and asks said receiving individual to either fart or queef, respectively, thus filling the area between the foreskin and penis tip with warm gas. The male then exits the orifice, swiftly pinching his penis as to trap the air. There must be enough air to obviously distend the foreskin for this maneuver to be considered a success. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the hot air balloon.
Z-Man, I love it. Z-Man, that is the best.
He's on it, man.
Hot air balloon.
Yeah, I can't say I've been there, man.
No, I was going to say, yeah.
How about our boys at the Peanut Gallery? Have they been there or not?
Yeah, man? Our Reggio Dirt Star. Come on. Greasy Tony's definitely been there. Come on.
Brandon gives himself a hot air balloon.
Yeah, you know what, man? It's so funny. We could do another show on that, on how kinky everybody is. You know, how crazy, how freaky they are, freaky
Yeah,
deaky. You know,
you got to pay me, man. You got to pay me for some of this info, man. I'm not letting it go.
hey, you of all people should write a book. I'm serious. I mean, I'm sure Arpeggio, Greasy Tony, and Dirt Star, they all know you just as well as I do. You got some great stories. Did you ever think of like compiling all of them?
Yeah, I started fucking around with it a little bit. Got some time now. It's on the list.
It is on the list. What,
Yeah.
what's top on your list lately?
What's doing that? It's probably still going back to childhood stuff. You know, we used to play hide and go seek, and if you saw the kid, you throw rocks at him rather than try to tag him or something like that. That's how I got the scar on my eye, thanks to someone in this room, in this virtual
No shit.
jerk too.
Is it me?
Yeah.
I got good aim.
Yeah, you're the one that I was hiding in a tree, and you decided to throw a rock from quite a distance from across the whole length of the house, and it came and it did a nice curve and smacked me right in the head. So I hold on to my eyebrow over my left eye, and it's just all red from blood. I'm going, holy crap! So I'm lowering myself down the tree with my one right arm, run inside. Oh, mom's freaking out. We got to go to the emergency room, and I get myself 6 stitches across the across the eyebrow.
Wow.
So
I don't even remember that, and I apologize. Do you accept my apology?
you were forced to come over. Your old man brought you over, and you were pretty distraught over the whole thing. And
Well, he probably beat the piss out of me before before I got there. Let's be honest.
Your fear looked genuine. I don't know if it was of what. I guess now we know.
Are you being totally serious? Like my old man brought me over there?
Yeah.
Well, I guess AJ my brother ratted me out, I'm sure.
I don't know. Maybe my parents called yours. I don't know. But you know how word gets around the Coconut Telegraph back home.
Oh, dude. I mean, that again, all these stories trigger memories for me. My old man. Now, if you remember, we used to go camping when I was little, going up to Pennsylvania. And that was just basically probably like the campground was probably maybe 2 football fields long, okay? And it was just filled with, just like how we camped. Everybody was at a campsite. At nighttime, the parents would just party and get fucked up, right? My mistake was one time I'm with my fucked up friends, and they tell me, go pull your pants down in front of all these little girls at the playground. It's dusk.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah, it's dusk, right? So I do. I fucking pull my pants down. Moron, right? One of the girls goes back, tells her old man. Her old man happens to be this big, burly fucking truck driver. He goes to look for me, finds me. Now it's nighttime. He fucking finds me, and he takes me by the ear. He fucking drags me all the way to the fucking, and we're talking like a football field at least, down to my fucking campground. Now you would think my old man would have been like, well, you fucking got your hands on my son. What the fuck are you doing? Nope. He probably is well versed that his son's a fuck up. He asked what I did, finds out what I did, doesn't hesitate. Now I'm probably, I guess 7th grade. So what, 13, 14 at the time?
Oh,
He
jeez.
fucking hauls off, closed fist, punches me right in the face. No lie. Takes me down, finds out I'm with another kid, and he wants to prove to the other kid's parents that they should do the same to him what he's doing to me. Kicks my ass, literally kicks my ass the whole walk from our trailer to the next trailer, which probably was about, I would say, at least a block long. Kicks my ass the whole time. Can you imagine how fucking embarrassed I was? Like, these people are probably looking like, what the fuck is going on? This kid's getting his ass kicked, literally, by the old man. I knock on the door. We finally get to the trailer, knock on the door to this other kid who was involved. His parent was, we all had parents, friends who had parents who just didn't give a fuck, let their kids do whatever they wanted.
Yeah.
These parents were there. they opened the door. They're like, we don't give a fuck. Like, get away from us. So the old man was kind of dejected, where he thought he would have a, big moment where they would. Yeah, but no, yeah. So that makes sense. So my old man probably beat the piss out of me before I even got to your front door. Oh my God, kids! I tell my two kids, they were born in the right generation. They were born 20 years at the right time because they missed it. They fucking missed it. Kids nowadays have no clue.
Well, I was going to wait for Jerk 3 to get here before this announcement. We can make it again when he gets here and pretend it's new if he gets here tonight.
Right.
But I just got to share it with you.
Yeah, sure.
Remember our death pool?
Yes.
Well, check this out. Look at Jerk 3, man.
Jerk 3 is a winner.
Banged them out in like less than 10 days apart.
Is that right?
Yeah, Gorbachev died maybe a week and a half ago, and then Elizabeth died about a week ago.
That's fucking ironic, isn't it?
Yeah. It's luck.
And Dick Van Dyke is still going strong. He's never going to die. Do you want to put him on your list? Can we trade? Is that possible?
I think right now we have a winner, and then we might want to start over.
That's fine. Yeah, I'd like to pick my list again. Yeah. Dick Van Dyke's not going anywhere.
No.
Jerry Lee Lewis is still around. That dude's a fucking icon. Mikhail Gorbachev. I just remember him as I hate to say it, but we had a friend who reminded us of Mikhail Gorbachev. And our other friend was infamous with giving people great nicknames. So he used to call the kid Butt Rash. Because didn't Mikhail Gorbachev have this like big fucking rash on the top of his forehead? Yep. Well, our friend, and you knew him too. I think you were friends with him. He had it on his face, like on his cheek.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, our other friend would call him Butt Rash to his face. He would call him fucking Butt Rash. Holy shit! Could you imagine? Thank God that dude's dead. Could you imagine him in this PC world? Oh my God! No way. He would never. He had to have died because he would never have survived. There's no way. Somebody would have shot him for sure.
I don't see any of these other people dying anytime soon.
No. I mean, well, go back to Queen Elizabeth real quick. I love reading these stories about how, what's her son's name? The one who inherits everything?
Charles.
Yeah. All right. So, I mean, he doesn't just inherit everything. They're saying like, yeah, he's inheriting this $1 billion estate. He's doing
$40 billion.
Yeah, like, God damn. But of course, that was built on slavery and all that, right?
Yeah, it was conquer, winner take all.
Winner take all.
It's too bad.
How does that still thrive in 2022?
It doesn't anymore. The decline of the British Empire has been going on for quite some time.
Yeah, but I mean, there's still a king and a queen, and that's still happening.
Yeah, they hang out and do some things, but it's to keep to keep the poor people happy. Who knows? Whole thing's foreign to me. All I know is 3 months ago, people are risking getting their fingers blown off, celebrating their freedom and cutting ties with those mofos across the pond. And now we're sitting there doing a half mass for that? For that? Come on, man.
Not only that,
who blew their fingers off, huh?
I agree with you. Not only that, did you see where superstar soccer player David Beckham, bend him like a Beckham, waited in line for like almost a day or something like that just to see the call?
It's his country. If he wants to do that, that's his thing.
Yeah, but how does he not know somebody? He can just get it done quick.
I think the royal family is like top of the food chain there. But yeah, they could have dropped him in.
Yeah. I'm sure like Paul McCartney and all those fuckers didn't have to wait.
I don't think they even bothered.
I wonder, it's funny. I'm going to look it up. Did Johnny Rotten post anything?
Yeah, actually, he said, don't use the God Save the Queen to make any money off of this. And he went in on some, I'm going to use the 50 Cent vocabulary word, he went on some diatribe about um, paying respect and what to do and stuff like that. And apparently he's had a lot of lawsuits against the rest of the band. So the rest of the band kind of responded by saying, "Oh, we don't know what he's talking about. This was uninstigated. We didn't discuss the song at all or anything else." So,
Dude, I'm with Johnny London or Linden. What's his name? John Linden?
London, yeah, Leiden.
Dude, he's carrying the punk flag. I fucking love people like that who fucking. I mean, unless he's full of shit, I don't know. I mean, has he profited at all? Is he one of those punk rockers who lives in a mansion in Palm Beach, or is he?
No,
true to
no,
word?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. It says here that he calls the Sex Pistols tasteless if they benefit from the death of the Queen song.
Yeah.
So,
Then the Sex Pistols responded like, "Hey, we don't know what he's talking about. We didn't talk about this."
correct. Well, yeah, maybe he's trying to. Who knows? But yeah, it's funny talking about bands and stuff. Did you read where King's X, the lead singer, came out? I think I sent it to you. It said, out of all the albums and all the touring and everything like that, they've never been profitable.
Yep. Every time they wind up like 5 million in the hole after each album, it seemed.
Yeah, I don't understand that. Like, that's one thing that's confusing to me. Like, how do they owe the record company? Isn't it like the agents who broker all the deals? Don't they? The record company. I don't understand that. Like,
They might even loan them the money. It's almost like a prostitute who works in the red light district or works in a club. You owe a house money first,
right,
and then the rest is profit. Well,
right.
in this case, they fronted the money because they didn't have it. I'm sure if they had the money, they wouldn't be doing these deals every time.
Yeah, I don't get it because he said he was like, we owe Atlantic Records $5 million and we owe somebody else $3 million.
Megaforce.
Megaforce, yeah, but fuck, man. I'm like, that's why Scott Weiland got out when he did, because he was always saying like, being a rock star is like work now, and that's why he was just getting fucked up.
Yeah, well, now that they're collecting Social Security, they can have those wages garnished, and they can pay off Atlantic Records, and they can make the suits happy.
That's true. That's fucking true. That's a good point.
So everything will be right in the long run.
Yeah. Well, hey, I still am at a loss for Chris Cornell. I have no idea why he left. That dude, he should have never left. I mean, if being a rock star is dead and it is a job, I get it, but I still don't think he killed himself. My theory is that he went out the lead singer of In Excess way with, jerking it and then tying a belt around your neck.
Yeah.
What do you call that?
Erotic self asphyxiation.
That is correct. Yeah, and I have a feeling that's how he went, and they're just trying to cover it up.
Took it a little too far.
He may have. Supposedly, that's like the greatest thing in the world. I wouldn't know, but it's either that or somebody says that when you blow your load and somebody sticks their finger up your butt, that's supposed to be great too.
Here's as far as I would go. If somebody was experienced in doing it and they wanted to do it to me,
yeah, then
maybe I'd look into it a little more. But if I watch a YouTube video on it and try it out myself, I'm not trying that.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Dirt Star, I'm telling you, Arpeggio, Greasy Tony, you guys got to chime in. I mean, would you? We kind of just made this up, but the question of the night is: would you be into jerking it and tying a belt around for the ultimate orgasm, or
if you can get some prostitute to come in to put a belt around your neck and tie you down and give you a little downtown action while tightening the belt up on that?
There you go. Our
Or
pet-
in Brendan's case, he. We can't discriminate here.
True. Yeah. Well, wow, I'm shocked. Arpeggio says no, he will pass. And Dirt Star says, well, Dirt Star has the name Dirt Star. He's got to be interested. He's got to be interested in the finger up the butt.
No comment for him.
Yeah, he's saying we are not chiming in. And Arpeggio's saying, no, he's going to pass.
But we didn't even tell him for how much money yet.
That's true. That's true. Wow, that's true. You know what? If I'm getting paid, I may do it.
Yeah, of course. Dude, everyone got paid.
What would be the right amount for you, Jerk One? $100.
$100, dude. I think 10 grand would be okay. You snap out of it, right?
And Greasy Tony says, nah, I'll stick to the hookers dropping scat on me.
That's next.
Dude, honestly,
I'd be in the 5 digits somewhere, maybe 10 grand or 50. I don't know.
10 grand to have somebody, if you're fucking,
someone choke you out.
No, I'm saying there's 2 choices on the board. Don't forget, you could either do the belt, or you could do, you're banging your girl, you're banging your wife, and then somebody just comes nonchalantly behind you, and right when you're about to blow your load, somebody sticks a finger up.
No, we don't need that one. No.
Dude, I've heard that's phenomenal.
You got bad hearing.
You got bad hearing. Well, it's funny, not to reference Stern again, but Ronnie Mund is into that, and they were talking about Ronnie the limo driver doing that. So,
what does he stick his own finger up as a pooter?
No, he moved to Vegas. The most recent, he's not really part of the show anymore.
Yeah,
he drives Stern anymore. He moved to Vegas, kind of semi-retired, but he's in true Ronnie the limo fashion. He's like 70, 75 years old. He's marrying this 25-year-old hot little girl and, taking care of business. And she does it for him. Harvest Moon. Moon River. I love it.
Well,
I got to say, I got to put food on the table. So, and I got to pay the bills. So, honestly, couple grand. I would let somebody do that. Quick, we're talking like
gas money, man.
Here's the thing. Here's
$20.
the thing. Does it have to be? I'm picturing, I'm about to blow my load. Somebody just sticks it in, sticks it out. Like, it's no big deal, right? It's not like they have to fucking play around there, right?
I don't know. I'm not going there. That's not my choice. I'm with the belt around the neck.
You would do the belt, and you would risk dying. See, that's why I wouldn't do that.
You don't die from that. You just pass out. You come back.
Dude, the lead singer from INXS died from that. I'm sure Chris Cornell died from that.
But they didn't release the pressure in time. You got to do everything in moderation, including moderation, my friend. I'll tell you what, though. True story. Someone's significant other won't tase me when for doing the nasty either. Kind of asking for that. That's a no-go. Got a taser at home now. I thought we could put it to work. That's got to be as good as sticking a finger up your ass, no? Got to be at least half as good. Come on.
Jerk One, it's great to have you back. Who would fucking have a taser to bring in bed? That's a great idea.
Oh, it is. Dig that shit, man. Woo-wee.
Holy shit, that's a great idea. I didn't even think of that. Holy fuck.
Surprise the old lady, man, when you're riding her backside. Just fucking bring out that taser.
Holy shit. Dude, that might be, you know what?
That might save your marriage, dude.
I was going to say, you might start a trend. Holy shit.
All good inventors try their own invention first, Bo. So, but my significant other won't do it, so I think I have to jerk off and taste myself.
Oh
I don't know,
Well,
man.
you know what? It's funny.
That's rough.
Now that I'm thinking about it, I may lean towards what you're saying about the belt because you guys can agree with me on this or disagree, but I've jerked it to the point where I've almost passed out. Like, you're almost there, and all of a sudden I'm like, wow, I felt like I was gonna. You right before you explode, you feel like you're gonna pass out. That's happened to me. Whereas I'm like, shit, if I took it the next step, I wonder what that's like.
Yeah, that's what you need a taser for.
I don't know about that. I mean, a taser, yeah, fuck it, hey.
I think they got dials on them where you can do it lighter and more and stuff like that. Maybe you could find one in a sex shop or something.
Well, that brings to mind what we talked about originally in the show, in the beginning. Taser and sex and all that makes me think of one person, Big Pink Dude. Do we have an update? Do we know anything?
No, we don't. That bastard's cashed all our checks and he took off right now.
Christ.
He said he wants to follow the campaigns, the presidential campaigns as they go, but he does want to check out Hunter Biden and stuff. But there hasn't been. I think in the summertime traditionally people kind of disappear, so I'm not surprised a little bit.
Hold on a second. We have updating breaking news as we always do. Dirt Star, thank you very much. I have the game over here. I'm watching. Judge is up.
Oh,
Dirt Star, our fans are awesome. I'm not even calling them fans. They're part of the show. He's up. Let's see what happens. They're pitching him outside. Come on, man. Give him something to fucking hit.
hit him in the leg.
I find it comical that he's 99. What number was Roger Maris?
66.
Number 9.
Number 9.
Let's see what happens.
Lurch is up.
Lurch, holy shit, dude. Low ball. They walked him. They're probably booing him. You know what? That's the first time I've seen anybody in those big, expensive seats stand up.
What are they up now? Like 9-0 or something?
Dirt Star. I don't even know. I can't see the score.
Well, here's the deal. If they're up by a lot, they ought to sit judge for the rest of the game, man. The analytics should call for that,
Lurch is up. That is fucking classic. Lurch, I fucking love that. They did take him out of the game.
Oh, yeah, after that?
Yeah, they did. They took him. Oh, yeah, it's 11-2.
Well, that's good. Get him at the at-bat there and work it.
Dude, baseball's bullshit. I mean, I know we're ending the show soon, but I can't fucking stand what they do. Did you see Scherzer was pitching a fucking perfect game? They pulled him after 6 innings. Yeah. I know he's injury prone.
Yeah,
I know you want to save him for the long haul, but what the fuck, man? Perfect game is like a hat trick or a Hail Mary in football. Like, it's the reason why people go to the fucking games. Like, what the fuck? And, dude, thank God. I don't know where you sit on this side of the fence, but I am so fucking happy they are getting rid of the shift for next year. Are you with that or against that?
No, I think they should have it. They shouldn't limit the any positions that the managers have. If you want to do that, that's your own prerogative.
You're a dick, dude. Come on, you're just fucking doing that to piss me off.
No, I'm serious. I think
Are you serious?
It goes right into the manager's back pocket there, and that's not correct.
Yeah, but dude, it kills the fucking game. Where are the hits?
Why don't the batters then make them work themselves back?
That's true. I mean, none of these fucking.
I know you're getting paid the big bucks to hit the home runs and all that stuff, but slap a few down the third baseline.
You're right. Or bunt. Yeah. You're right about that. That's fair. That's fair.
That's all I would do. Every time someone threw a shift on me, I'd say, shift you.
Yeah, that's true. They do not do that. You're absolutely right.
I don't need a commissioner to tell me how to manage a baseball game.
I just think it kills the game. It kills the sport, the art of the sport. And another thing too, what do you think of the rule about the pitcher can only throw over a certain amount of times? You like that one?
No. It's just getting stupid.
Yeah, because now if he throws, I think the rule is if he throws more than 3 times, any base runner after that pretty much just has no worries about getting picked off.
Was it like a balk or something? The guy could advance a base or something?
Well, no, you don't have to worry. Like, say if you have somebody who's really known to pick you off, like I forget who used to.
Yeah. Obviously, after 3, you want to get him to waste their 3, and then you can trail off the grass a little bit more.
Correct.
Yeah, it's making the game real. Yeah.
Oh Jesus, the Yankees are just fucking pouring it on. They're killing the fucking Pirates now. You know when the catcher hits a home run, you know things are bad. I think that was a catcher. That might have been Gleyber Torres.
We could talk baseball a little bit. What's the wild card look like? Is it Toronto? Is it Tampa?
Well, they added teams this year, so they're going
to Seattle too. I'm hearing.
You got Tampa Bay in the hunt. You got Toronto in the hunt. You got Cleveland in the hunt. Now, don't forget, even though there's extra teams, it's good and it's bad. It's bad in the sense that are they really deserving? And it's good that, you know what, they may be a shitbox team. They get in on the skin of their teeth and they get hot at the right moment. Sure, and they knock down all the Goliath.
Split up the ticket revenue too.
Right.
Money in the back pockets of the owners.
Right. So, it's Tampa Bay. It's Toronto. The Yankees, obviously.
Seattle?
I'm not sure about Seattle.
I heard someone grumble about Seattle being in it. I said, man, that came out of nowhere. I guess Texas Rangers are out of it, probably 50 games back.
Yeah, they are. I think who else? I know the Guardians are in on it. The White Sox, I think, are in on it.
The Indians, right?
No, I don't mean them.
The Cleveland Indians, for those who really know baseball.
And yeah, don't even get me started with that, dude, because, well, the division leaders are the usual. Wow, Cleveland actually is the division leader, so they may win the division. You got Houston, the Yankees, and Cleveland. Then the AL wild card teams are Toronto. Yep, Seattle. You're right. Seattle and Tampa Bay. And then the closest next to them is Baltimore, but they're 11 games out. So.
I just was going to say, I think Baltimore kind of shaped it up. There's watch them in a couple of years now. They finally picks, you know?
Dude, I would love it. I'll tell you, I would fly in to go to Baltimore games. I love Camden Yards, one of my favorite yards to go to. You ever go to Camden Yards?
Tell you a quick story. I was there. I had first row seats on the third base side, right on the brick wall. We just bought Boog's Barbecue there on the right in the right field line. Okay. Got back. They stopped the game to watch the Kentucky Derby.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, and I won the first place. There was a horse named Giacomo. You could look him up, Giacomo.
Right.
On a $3 or $2 bet, I won $300 or something. It was a real long shot. It was like 1 to 30 maybe or something, or 1 to 60.
Yeah.
But I got to watch a winning horse sit in the first row of a Baltimore Orioles game while drinking Natty Boh.
What year was it? Do you remember?
I want to say 2006 maybe.
Okay, because I was going to say, I don't think they would have did – it must have been when the Orioles really sucked because they would not stop a game during those 90s.
During the half inning or something, it's 2005.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were shitty, like terrible, like bottom of the barrel.
Well, Baltimore is a big horse town, too. They got their own horse race there, and that's part of the Triple Crown, so I'm not surprised.
Gotcha. All right. So that makes sense. But now National League division leaders are the Dodgers, Mets, St. Louis. Atlanta, though, is right on the tail of the Mets. So it's going to go down to the Mets or Atlanta for the division. And then you have San Diego, which is still hanging around for the wild card. And surprisingly, the Phillies. The Phillies were hit when our man Girardi was in town, but now he's gone. So I guess they turned it around.
he left. They went on a winning streak, and then they kind of lost it for a little bit. They righted the ship again, and now they'll have a 5-game losing streak. So
Gotcha.
they guess they've been a bit streaky.
Gotcha.
Their acting manager, I forgot his name, but he's a pretty relaxed guy that has talks in the locker room more than with the press or with any outside the confines there. So the media people are trying to figure him out and how serious he's taking this final run here and where the Phillies stand. They said Bryce Harper made an error last night, and that was indicative of the team's temperature, that when your team captain starts making mental errors, then the team's in trouble.
Yeah.
Who knows, man?
I think baseball in general is in trouble. I think that I'm kind of confused. I don't know if it's because I'm older. Is it maybe my generation is kind of losing interest, or is it the younger generation that is losing interest? What do you think?
I think a little bit of both.
Yeah.
It's hard to. I think in a microcosm in a town where the teams are winning, you're always going to have your fans there. So your negative impacts aren't going to be seen as much.
Right.
Overall, try to entice people to come out for games in Tampa or in San Diego. They're trying to get a team back in Montreal. Apparently, they want in again. So
That would be excellent.
They may be yanking a team or two. They could use a reshuffling. Las Vegas has been belly aching about a team. So maybe they do a reshuffle again. I don't know. They need new blood with a commissioner, though. Somebody from the outside, I would take.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what they need to do, too? I mean,
prices, too.
Correct. Without a doubt. Like, honestly, and you've heard me say this numerous times, what the Yankees did to the Yankee fans who have been Yankee fans forever, all you have to do, like I said, it's the first time I've seen, here's a great example. Now, Yankees are in the heat of a pennant race. Well, not really. I mean, they're 5 games up, 6 games up, and they're beating the hell out of a team. I get it. But look at all the expensive seats. They're all empty now. Everybody left.
Right.
The diehards back in old Yankee Stadium would have been there forever. You know where they are now? They're still there, but they're way up in the nosebleeds. What the Yankees did to those fans is a disgrace, in my opinion. But that's why they have $1 billion stadium, because they're able to fund it by charging $3,000 a pop for those seats, those reclining seats behind home plate.
They got some taxpayer dollars for that too, and there should have been some restrictions or limitations, or maybe a percentage of seats affordable or something. They could have put some government strings into that, or at least create some incentives or disincentives.
True.
If you take our money, we're gonna have a say in this. But no, they just cut them the check.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
On that, you could work things out that way.
Well, you know what, dude? My battery is dying. I know we said we were going till 10.
Yeah.
And if I can end on a note, I will end on a dirty joke. What do the mafia and pussies have in common?
Mafia and pussies have in common what?
One slip of the tongue, and you are in deep shit.
Eesh.
It goes along with, what we were talking about with the finger up the butt and all that shit.
Why they put the snack shack so close to the shit house?
Oh, man. But, dude, hey, I do want to say it's fucking awesome. You have made my life, Jerk One.
Hey, thanks.
You're fucking up and strong and kicking it. I'm happy for you and your family and all of us. And I think I speak for Arpeggio and Jerk 3 and Greasy Tony and Dirt Star. We're fucking stoked that you're back.
All these guys.
Yep. We are fucking stoked, man.
Yep. Well, but we're going to be on Wednesdays now, right? That's
yeah. Yep.
Wednesdays till at 8 o'clock, and we'll see what we can do.
Fuck yeah, man. And
I heard Jerk 3 had, I guess he had bingo tonight or something.
He had to jerk it.
He's got a taser now. You know what? I think I'm glad we're ending it an hour early. I think I'm going to go do some some work upstairs.
You're gonna try to do some show research.
Yeah.
Creasy Tony, I love the compliment. He says, "You're an asshole, but we're happy you're back."
Thanks, Grease.
Love it.
Love
All right,
Grease.
man. Dude, seriously, can't wait till fucking next Wednesday.
All right. Cool. Ready? We'll head out.
I'll be thinking of you this weekend. I'm going to see AJ and my nephew. My nephew goes to USF, so I'm going over to
Does
pick
he
him
really?
up. Yeah, we're going over to Sarasota, hang out.
Oh, I got some stories about USF. I spent some time there.
Did you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I told him. I said he's going to have a blast. Bunch of girls from Florida. I mean, how hard could it be?
Dude, it's a party school, man.
Oh, yeah.
It's a resort-style party school.
Correct.
It's hard to study. It's really, really hard to study.
Yeah. So, I mean, he's there, and what we're doing, we're going to Legoland. I don't know if you've ever been to Legoland. We're going there.
God
And
bless.
then I'm going to Orlando, and then just taking, 75 down the coast. I'm taking it to
Get down to
USF.
get
What's
down
that?
to Ybor City. Have a genuine Cuban sandwich and a haircut.
There you go. Maybe I'll do that.
Ybor
And then
City.
AJ's down in Sarasota there, so I'm going to spend the night there. We're going to hang out.
So they're getting never mind. We'll talk off the air.
All right, but hey, it's good to be back, and let's keep it fucking rolling for next week.
Rock and roll.
All right, man.
Got last comments. Legoland is cool and word. And with that said, let's blow this taco stand.
All right.
Bye.
Here come the motherfucking